Welcome back programmers in the first video of Odoo development series. In this series we are going to talk about the amazing business tool Odoo. Now Odoo on demand open project open ERP is comprehensive business management software. In other words, we can say that it is a complete suite of open source business apps. Odoo lets the user deal with different functionalities like CRM, sales, inventory, reporting, accounting, sending invoice and etc. Now, Odoo is suite of business management software tool including for example CRM, e-commerce billing, accounting, manufacturing, warehouse, project management and inventory management. In a simple way, it's a business tool. Now in the official documentation of Odoo, you will find a lots of categories of apps. Now in each category, you will find a lots of useful apps. For example, there are a lots of categories such as website apps, sales apps, finance apps, inventory and manufacturing apps, human resources apps, marketing apps, service apps, productivity apps and customization tools. Now in each category you will find a useful apps. For example, in website apps category there are some of the best useful apps which will help you in your business. For example, website builder, e-commerce, blogs, forums, e-learning and live chat and so on. So all of the category there are some of the best useful apps. In a simple way, the Odoo is the best platform you will ever need to help run your business. Okay, so now that you know what is Odoo, now for reference you can just click on the community tab of the official odoo.com website and just click on the documentation part. Now on the Odoo documentation you will find the installation part, just click on it. Now there are lots of way to install the Odoo and I am going to show you the several way to install Odoo on your system. Okay, so let's begin installing Odoo. Using the Windows, so just download the nightly server exe file. If you click on this nightly server link, you will find a lots of version of Odoo. Deb is for Linux and so on. So there are Windows file too. So because I am using the Windows, obviously I am going to choose the exe file. Now in here we got a lots of versions available. You can choose the old Odoo version, but because I am going to begin with the Odoo first time, so obviously I am going to choose the latest version and just download it and use it. And if you don't want to use the installer, you can go on the GitHub part. Or if you are using the Linux, so just write all of this code in your PC. Now if you don't want to install Odoo from the installer, so what you can do, you can go on this GitHub repository or you can clone this repository on your folder. You can either download the zip file or you can clone this repository. If you got any error during cloning the repository, so you can just go on the code and download the zip file. After downloading the zip file, just copy and paste that file in the C folder and that's it. That is it. Now after importing the Odoo, you have to install several things. For example, because the main requirement of Odoo is Postgres, so obviously you have to install the Postgres. So the link of the Postgres SQL is in the description. Now after installing the Postgres, you have to configure the path. Now that's how you can configure the path of that particular Postgres. So just open your control panel, go on the user account and just click on the change my environment variable. Now in here you have to paste the path of your Postgres bin folder. For example, if you installed your Postgres SQL in your C folder, so this is the example of your path, Postgres / whatever version / bin. So just copy that path and create the new variable. For example, click on the path, click on the edit and create the new environment and paste that path in here and click on the OK button. Okay, so the next thing you wanna do is whenever you install or import or paste this Odoo in your C drive, you will find the requirement.txt. In here you will find all of the requirements which Odoo wants. So just install all of this stuff. So the easiest way to do this is go on that Odoo folder and just write pip install -r requirement.txt and hit enter. It will install all of the requirements. And remember, if you got any error, install that particular package by itself or customly, or else Odoo will not work. Okay, so the now next thing you wanna do is install the setup tool wheels, which is very easy. Just write pip install setup tool wheel. Okay, so now let's move on. The next important thing to do is open your PG admin. As you can see, this is my PG admin. Now this is nothing but the Postgres admin section. This is nothing but whenever you install the Postgres, it will automatically install too. So open it, and remember, whenever you install the PG admin or Postgres, you have to add one username and password. Please remember that username and password. Okay, so in here just double click on the server, right click on the Postgres SQL, click on the create and click on the login group role. Now in here create a new login group role. In here you can name it anything, but remember, you gotta remember this name. So I am just going to add the Odoo, and in this definition part I am going to add the password named Odoo. Again I am going to add Odoo because this is very easy to remember, and because we are creating this login group role for Odoo, so obviously I am going to add the password and username Odoo. And now this is the very important thing. Click on these privileges and please remember to turn on this scan login button. If you didn't do this, your Odoo will not work. Now just click on this save button. Okay, that's it. That's done. Now if you open your Odoo and right click and go on the properties, again I am reminding you, add the name, add the password, Odoo or whatever, add the privileges, yes. And if you turn on the super user, it will be fabulous. Okay, so now let's run the Odoo, and for that copy this line python Odoo bin and whatever. Remember, this is my Odoo which I paste it in here. So this is my Odoo 14.0, and in here you have to copy this path and open this path on your terminal. As you can see, just like this, Odoo 14.0. I am in this path. So now in here just paste that line. Now remember, you gotta change something in here. In here, instead of db password, you have to add your password, whatever password you added whenever you are creating this Odoo login group role. So you have to paste that password in here. So my password was Odoo and db user. Now in here you have to paste the Odoo name or username. In here, as you can see, my username is obviously Odoo, but if you change the username, so just copy that username and paste it in here. Remember, python Odoo bin -r username -w password -- add-ons /path equal to add-ons -d mydb. Okay, so that's it. Now just click on the enter button. You will see that Odoo is perfectly working and we didn't got any error. Now as you can see, HTTP service workzug running on desktop or whatever this ID is. So just copy this ID and paste it in your browser. Now if you wanna learn about the workzug, so all of this workzug related video is available in the description, because I created a whole new playlist for workzug series. I have created an e-commerce website using workzug pure Python. So please check out that video. Okay, so now let's paste that website or link in our Chrome. So I'm going to just paste it and let's hit enter. Amazing, it will work perfectly if you follow the all of this step. As you can see, just like this is our Odoo homepage, and that was the way to create an Odoo session and install the Odoo. As you can see, my Odoo is perfectly working on this ID. Now this is nothing but the local host. If you change this to the local host, it will work fine. So let's change this to local host and hit enter. As you can see, it's still working. It means it's perfectly working on your system. Now remember, if you are installing the Odoo using the exe or whatever installer, so you don't have to do all of this stuff, just install and run. It will run it in your this ID. Remember, the port of this ID is 8069. your Odoo will work perfectly on 8069. Okay, so that was the first video of Odoo development series, and the next video we are going to start with Odoo tool. So that is it for today's guys. If you like this video, just like this video, share this video with other programmer, and if you don't wanna miss the next part, which is gonna be very interesting, hit on the bell icon. See you guys in the next video. Till then, just code.